Hello, Libras. It is after the Earth to Heaven Bridge convergence has been renewed. Welcome, welcome to Earth Fire Song Creations of good vibe and well wishes to all of you. Tara Rivers, a God-centered entity, is my business name. Thank you, everyone, for being curious and pressing play to hear what I have to say. Welcome back to all who've been here before. I truly appreciate you and invite you to visit my channel anytime so that we may build a happy and creative community within which to grow this bridge from Earth to Heaven. If you like what you see and hear, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notifications bell to know when my next video is posted. All of my messages and readings are timeless and are possible to resonate with at any one given moment. Our beautiful Earth Mother needs our personal understanding of ourselves so she may bring us with her as she enters the golden age of the Christos energies. I bring you positive messages from our Earth Mother's energy readings. I have pre-shuffled all of the decks, but I will cut through these each so that you see it's not stacked. Thank you, Mother Earth, Gaia, Sophia. Oh, yes, Libra. Libra, in traditional astrological 12 constellation dates, which were created many, many, many eons ago, the dates that have always been set for Libra are September 23rd to October 22nd. And of course, you're the air element and your planet is Venus. However, because anything and everything in the universe, which includes our galaxy, Milky Way galaxy, and our solar system on the outside belt of the Milky Way galaxy, our solar system, all celestial objects are continuously moving, always. So right now, truly, in the present 13 constellations orientation, Libra, the air and Venus sign, is actually from October 31st through November 22nd. So if your birthday right now falls outside of October 31st and November 22nd, I suggest you look at the before hint, which would be Virgo, and that's an earth sign. Shall we begin, Libra? These are the earth element crystal cards. What messages do we have for Libra today? What messages does Earth have for Libra today? Okay. Bloodstone. Courage. Fire element. What are the messages from fire today for Libra? What are the messages? Fire agate, signifying passion. Water element. Messages for Libra today. Messages for Libra today. Water element. Eudolite. Compassion. Eudolite. Compassion. I'm sorry, Eudolite, compassion. Sometimes I forget to speak up. Now, being that you're an air sign, here's the air element, air, wind. What messages do we have for Libra today? Like I said, I always shuffle up the cards before turning on the camera, and that way I don't waste the time on camera. So air is giving you celestite messages. Oh, if you've never been here before, I do not want to misinterpret or insert myself into anybody's readings, so I always read literally the messages of the cards. That way you, each unique individual, Libra today, may derive your own conclusions of what I read to you about each stone and each card. Because as we all know, no two human beings are alike, nor the same, and definitely have not lived the same life experiences as another, not even twins. Whether you're identical or fraternal, each human soul is unique and have their own method of understanding, learning, and interpretation. So today, your earth crystal is bloodstone, signifying courage. The earth, heart, and root chakras. Affirmation is, I have the courage to act upon my heart's truth and my inner guidance. Bloodstone has appeared at this time to encourage, inspire with courage, you to recognize the direction in which your heart is leading. This physical world is a play that we are acting out with the others around us. At any time, we can rewrite or change the script. Sometimes a fear of censure, loss, or failure can keep you from following your dreams. You remain locked in a play that is not of your writing, acting a part that is not your real self. Bloodstone has come to lend you courage to follow your heart in the direction of your truth and convictions. The road is not assured. You may fail or you may succeed beyond your wildest dreams. The point is not the outcome, but in overcoming your fear to boldly act on your heart's truth. It's time to do the hard thing that your heart calls you to do so that you can rewrite your destiny and fulfill your true calling. Fire crystal, fire agate, signifying passion. Chakras are sacral and solar plexus. Affirmation is, I follow my passion to fulfill my purpose. Fire agate encourages you to go for it. Follow your passion and your joy and express who you truly are. You may not understand how your particular passion may contribute to the evolution of humanity, but it will. You can't see how all the threads come together, but immersing yourself in a creative state while you learn about and practice your passion will help you to develop into the best that you can be. If you are wondering if you should pursue a particular interest, fire agate is now encouraging you to do so. Water sign, Udilite. Compassion, heart chakra. Affirmation is, I allow myself to perceive suffering and act from compassion. Udilite is calling you to open your heart and act from compassion. There is always someone that you can help, even if you feel that you have nothing left to give. Opening your heart to suffering, allowing yourself to feel it, and then to act to alleviate it is important now if you are to rise above those circumstances that are causing it. Perhaps you need to have more compassion for yourself and take some time to nurture yourself and be present with the suffering you are experiencing instead of denying or ignoring it or allowing it to control you. Only when you are fully present with your suffering and have accepted it can you effectively act to change it. That doesn't mean losing yourself to the illusion or being self-indulgent in your problems. It means using your spiritual perception to recognize the valid illusion of your current pain as a source for learning. Or maybe you need to realize that you can't know what's causing others to act in the way that they do. Realizing that they may be acting from suffering can be important in healing and allowing yourself to move beyond past wounds to a happier and more balanced emotional space. You can always take the action of intending happiness for others even if you don't like them very much. Rising above ego and acting from compassion will bring higher energy to the current situation and will enable you to gain a higher perspective and valuable learning. Celestite, signifying messages. Chakras are third eye and crown chakras. Affirmation is, I open to higher guidance from impeccable spiritual sources. Knock, knock. Celestite is here to notify you that you have a message from Spirit waiting, but your overly busy mental energy is keeping it from being received. You may be so busy asking for a sign or a message that you have forgotten to stop and actually receive it. Or perhaps your monkey mind has been so busy with daily demands that you have neglected to shut it off so that you can receive important updates and directions from your higher self, soul, and the Creator. Whatever the case, it is now time for you to sit, enter the doorway to Spirit, and allow the messages, inspiration, and revelations to be downloaded. Sitting in quiet meditation with Celestite and clearing your mind is the best way to listen for those subtle directives. The position in which this card appears can be a message in itself. If it appears in the gift position, I'm not doing that. Basically, it's saying in meditation, it's an indicator of the need to sit until some new insight, perception, or information is received. Next, I will pull a major arcana and a minor arcana from the Akashic Tarot. What messages are from the Akashic for Libra? What messages are for Libra? Okay, I'll take it. Oh gosh, 3 of them? Okay. The Divine Physician. Number 6. The Divine Physician. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry about the interruption. I had to answer a phone. So this is number 6, the Divine Physician, and I believe that's Yeshua there. Next that came out was Uriel and the Sphinx, number 21. Number 11, the Ark of the Covenant. Now we have the minor arcana for Libra. What messages are here for Libra? Messages for you. Three of Forces. The bird's nest. I love the artwork. Since there's so many of them, let me read these. And then we can move on. That way you can get more information in your head. More input. Okay. Number 6, the Divine Physician. The Divine Physician stands before a well carrying a jug of healing water and sharing his light of healing with those nearby. Upon his robe is the caduceus, the emblem of medicine and healing. Called Dian Kek by the Celts, he made the mortally wounded rise again through his incantations of sacred words. This powerful eternal healing spirit walks with you at this time. This card indicates that you are moving into a time of magnificent healing on many levels. There's a person who can be a great healer for you, as well as a teacher who shares healing gifts that you can pass on to others. If you don't know this person yet, keep your eyes open. He or she is coming. You may also find yourself being called to help others at this time. Remember that word and thought, belief and feeling are key components in healing the self and in teaching others to heal. They are important tools in the Divine Physician's medical bag, so make sure they are a part of yours too. Know that the light of healing shines around you and through you. Such a radiant joy can bring well-being to all. Reversed. You may have lost sight of all that's required for your own self-care, or if you were on a path of discovering your healing gifts, you may have gotten sidetracked for a while. In any event, it's time to get back to your care, get back to your own self-honoring, and reconnect with your gifts. You may have also forgotten the power of your thoughts, ideas, and emotions, which are part of the elixir that brings healing to you and helps you bring healing to others. Make sure you attend to these ingredients as you put yourself back on your path. The Divine Physician, your words of power, and the actions you take to support them will make you rise again. Sense the Divine Physician as he steps in front of you and pours a light and energy of perfect healing into you. Close your eyes and feel the radiant warmth of joyful health and well-being. Own the harmony and strength that fill you. Number 21, Uriel and the Sphinx, upright. The Archangel Uriel stands before the Sphinx under a full moon. The Sphinx is usually shown with the body of a lion, indicating strength, and the head of a king, showing authority and intelligence. But more than this, the Sphinx represents the enigmatic and inscrutable, the silent holder of truth and the ancient mysteries of the world. Here the Archangel Uriel connects and confers with his great source of mystery. This card shows that it is time for you to do the most important and possibly the most difficult work in your life. The digging and inner discovery that takes you to your deepest self and your deepest power. Even the great Sphinx had to be dug out many times from the blowing desert sands that buried it up to its neck. And you must dig diligently too. You may have to chip away at the rock-like substance of your old beliefs and histories so that you can get to the truth inside. But don't worry, you have begun already and you have made considerable inroads. There's also someone here to help you, Uriel, whose name means Fire of God. You can work directly in your meditation with this archangel for self-understanding, transformation, and guidance. Also be on the lookout for someone in your daily life whom Uriel has sent. This could be a teacher, a mentor, or even a new friend who shares a kinship with you about this inner quest. It is a relationship of great value that comes in a time of profound power. Don't diminish the importance of this phase. It is this work that leads you to your initiation and to your higher power. Reversed. The sands of the desert have covered you once again. Not only have you put aside the deep inner work that brings to light your self-discovery, but also you've allowed even the mundane little things of your life to settle upon you and keep you from your spiritual power. With this card reversed, you may have a strong tendency to slip into old emotional, mental, and behavioral patterns. But be conscious and careful. The sand is quick. You must recommit and make a greater effort now. Happily, there is still someone, both in spirit and in the physical world, who can help. Find the kindred soul who shares your quest and open to the Archangel Uriel. Make these relationships in your inner work a renewed priority. You have always been and will always be the most important job you will ever have. Dig in. Since the Archangel Uriel approach you and send his energy into you. Take a deep breath and feel yourself fill with the desire to carve out a new life for yourself. Let this force and purpose swell within you. With them, you can blast away the old and create the new life in every moment. The Ark of the Covenant, number 11, upright. The stars are shining on a serene desert night. Fires burn before a number of white tents. Inside one of the tents, just beyond the open front flaps, rests the Ark of the Covenant. Two men sit by a crackling fire nearby. At the most mundane level, this card can represent a beneficial legal contract or title transfer. It also can show successfully working with professionals such as brokers and lawyers. More often, it indicates that you are living true to your own karmic contract, facing your lessons of growth, working toward greater discoveries, and bringing your unique contribution to the world. Your karma does not rule you, you rule it. When the work becomes too great, taking a rest doesn't break with your covenant, it supports it. You understand the phases of time and energy, and you work within those phases. Some of your karmic directives at this time may involve other people. If so, make sure there is no urgency, need, or personal agenda in play. Don't let yourself get pulled into an emotional drama. Know that the things that require your attention now reflect a commitment that has a far-reaching influence that may impact your present as well as your future lives. So continue to work toward your highest purpose, to uphold the sacred covenant you have to touch the world with your light. Reversed. If there are legal dealings at issue, this card reversed could show a broken contract or a failed legal transfer. Be cautious with professionals who care for your investments and other things you value at this time. While they may not be seeking to do you harm, they could be more neglectful than they should be. As significant as legal matters may seem, there is an even more important reference to you karmically. With the card reversed, the Ark of the Covenant is toppled, and you have broken your contract with your higher self. Perhaps you've avoided your karmic work and put your higher purposes aside because you're too busy or it's too hard. Or you have knowingly chosen to be directed by your fears and emotional needs instead of what's best for you. In either event, it's time to wake up and renew your covenant, not just in word, but in deed. Your life will simply not work until you do. Akashic Force. Close your eyes and imagine the Ark of the Covenant opening before you. Within it, you see the contract that contains your highest purpose. What is that purpose? Sense one word and one action you can take today to pursue it. Three of Forces, the bird's nest from the Minor Arcana. Upright, a strong, sturdy nest cradles a new family of birds as the babies are fed. This card represents the force of creativity and expansion. When you receive this card upright, it is a signal to focus on starting new things or expanding. Perhaps your business, your network of friends, or indeed your family. There may be some effort involved. The nest has to be built, and you will need to be open to the additions coming your way. Children may be forthcoming. You may be renovating your home, or perhaps you will be hiring new employees or opening new business locations. Whatever it is, it will be well worth the effort, for the expansions you make will bring great joy. Spiritual expansions may be in store as well. It's never too late to widen your network of spirit, family, friends, and guides. The rewards of that kind of an expansion are limitless. Reversed. The bird's nest reversed indicates some sort of separation, reduction, or reorganization. There may be distance between you and family members. A business endeavor may need to be downsized or brought to an end, or friends may be far away. But take heart. An empty nest is always a sign of happy flight. This card's reversal is telling you to let go of the old, rein in your plans, or take a new direction. There may even be a physical move at hand, either for your home, your business, or both. Be conscious of your options and be courageous in your choices. Though some part of this experience may feel like a loss at first, this time of reduction or relocation can actually lead to great personal freedom and professional transformation. Close your eyes and see yourself feathering your nest. What sort of things need to be put in place in order to support the expansion that lies before you? How about a little bit of earth magic? Let's see what Mother Earth overall has to say to you. Libra. What messages does Earth have for Libra today? Messages for Libra today. Well, I'm going to take that top one. Eagle, communion. That's a beautiful card. What a beautiful message. Eagle, communion. Next, I'll take from Druid Plant Oracle. These are too big, so I like to do it this way and find a card. There's a lot of energy coming up here. Okay, there we go. The Banes. There you go. The Banes. It's three plants in there. They're a compilation. Let me put these away. Verbane. So, that's Magic Eagle. Eagle Communion. Here the man and the eagle make contact through their eyes and spirits. The man has performed a ceremonial calling to Eagle Brother, who now comes to him as a familiar friend. It's an intimate relationship between human being and feathered being, one of both spirit and flesh. Yet it's ultimately this deep spiritual kinship that connects them, formed from the recognition of the sacredness of this bond. Eagle spirit is often associated with the highest and noblest, encouraging us to let our spirits soar. Through this communion, we know that we can touch the sky. We know that we can be more than just two-legged creatures clinging to the ground. We're intimately related to all of life on the planet, and it's through communing with any expression of life that we realize how vitally connected we all are. Whenever you experience a heartfelt communion with some physical expression of life, plant, animal, human, or anything else, it is only then that you can truly feel how your life force is similar to the life force that is all around you. It is only a matter of the differences in form. An essence is articulated into the physical world in a multitude of ways that is the same in everything and everyone, although it manifests in various shapes and characteristics. This essence is spirit emanating from the core of all things. Communion with nature is essential for you now. Take some time to do an open-eyed meditation with any nearby animal or plant. Relax your body as much as possible, breathe consciously, and keep your attention on the life form you are communing with. After a few moments, you will notice a sense of the boundaries dissolving, a melding of the I and thou. You may even receive messages or impressions as you find yourself in the flow of unspoken communication. The Banes, Wolfsbane, Henbane, and Hemlock. Upright, signifying power, unexpected aid, and relief. Reversed, ill will, betrayal, difficulty. Upright meaning, life can sometimes seem almost unbearable. If you have chosen this card, it may mean that you are surrounded by pressures and difficulties. But life is fundamentally mysterious, and out of the blue, something can happen that acts as a catalyst for change. We are so used to the high drama and big stories of movies and television that we forget the immense power of the smallest things. Just one remark of a friend or stranger, one line in a book, or a dawning realization of your own can trigger a new direction in your life, or a turning point in your affairs. Such a gift may come to you from a completely unexpected direction, bringing a relief to your situation that you would never have imagined. Consumerism has trained us to look for the biggest when really we should be looking for the best. Reversed meaning, each of the banes can be used to deadly effect. If you have chosen this card reversed, it may mean that you need to be aware of the harmful consequences of your words or actions. It is possible that you have betrayed someone or a value that in your heart of hearts you hold dear. Rather than openly confronting or challenging the person or the problem, you may instead have worked in the darkness of unexplained motives, with feelings of hurt and a desire for revenge that you never dared express. Rather than now feeling despair, it is important to realize that your actions have created a difficulty that become a challenge for you to show the strength of character to resolve the issue. Make amends or move on in your life with wisdom and compassion. The soul creates learning experiences for us. Okay, now I'll pull a Council of Horses oracle. I need to move these up. You can always rewind and take a look at them and listen to the meanings later. Now this will be Council of Horses. People who use horses as therapy horses for people in need of healing created these. Oh, for Libra. Okay. Craig horse, laughter is the best medicine. He's a jokester. And gatekeeper, portal of change. Okay. Craig horse, laughter is the best medicine. Good-hearted mischief, the ability to laugh at yourself, unpredictability. Message for humankind, get over yourself. Message for horsekind, play is the way. My story. The key to appreciating my mischievous nature lies in understanding what the Irish people call the craig. The word itself is Gaelic in origin with no direct English translation. It can't be found in any dictionary, though a Google search will yield thousands of results. However, it is alive and well in Irish hearts and the world over and in my smiling eyes. You can call me the craig horse, although many have called me names that I can't share in polite company. My tricksy antics insist that you journey through the craig with the craig that you have craig and that you get mighty craiged. You Irish readers are now nodding gleefully, but for the rest of you, this is something you will have to experience to know. However, if a trip to the Emerald Isle is not imminent, walk along the shed row at your local barn or head out to a pasture where other horses live. You are sure to encounter one of my playful kind in your travels. Pinning me down is a futile business, for try as you might, I'm impossible to catch, and if I do decide to acquiesce as soon as your back is turned, I'll untie the slip knot, let the other horses loose, and open the tack rooms, barn doors, and the gates to the other pasture, because the grass is always greener on the other side. The craig is what lies between this and the that. Think of it as the craig, between worlds, between the three-dimensional reality in which you spend much of your time and other dimensions that exist further afield. Craig is a kind of magic, making me unpredictable and most definitely undependable. I come whenever I want and do whatever I can to move you into a deeper knowing and truth. The only approach a sane person can take toward me is to surrender, because when you resist, I dig in my heels or kick them up. Resisting the craig is futile. Counsel from the craig horse. When I show up, I am asking you to take stock of your life, the good, the bad, and the unlovely. Then I remind you to stop taking life too seriously, especially when I tip over the wheelbarrow while you're undoing the gate. As a mindset, the craig can be applied to almost any situation. If you embrace it, you are likely to find something amusing even in the most uncomfortable circumstance. When you flow with the craig, you rise above all the ill effects of troubling times and let go of the unhealthy attachments, especially to seriousness. I'll teach you how to find a happy heart when life cracks you open, but get ready, because we're off on a mighty journey and it is likely not the one you requested. However, one thing is for certain. Once you've walked with me, you will never be the same, so enjoy the ride and remember to have good craig. Go out and create a playful encounter. Give someone the gift of the craig. When I used to take care of horses, there was always one that was going to do something like that. Silly guys. Always silly. gatekeeper, portal of change, transitional times, at the threshold, the pathway to becoming. Message for humankind, it is time for humanity to be better gatekeepers for yourselves. Message for horsekind, you are standing on the threshold of humanity's perception of horses contributing to the creation of a new world view. My story. Known as the gatekeeper, I was the first one to hear the call of this sacred stone. Its voice reached out to me as I followed the stream to drink. Entranced, I touched my nose to its cool, smooth surface. In an instant that encompassed lifetimes, I vanished through the rock. When I emerged, my role was clear. I would be the portal's envy, helping to hold the delicate balance between what was and what will be. Residing in the liminal spaces, I am ever constant during the seasons of change. However, I only reveal myself as a turning of the tide, at a turning of the tide. When the world arrives at the threshold of something new, I am a primal force that lives both in and near your psyche. If I appear to you, then the time has come for a metamorphosis. At first, the portal's entrance may not seem out of the ordinary, and whether or not you enter may not seem like a big thing, but my presence should tell you otherwise. Something significant is ahoof. Going through this doorway is no small matter. An important change awaits, and surely you must make ready. Counsel from the gatekeeper. You are liminality personified. You have the strength within you to transition across a border or boundary. Right now, you are in the place between no longer and not yet. Like that transition place between asleep and awake. You are at the ending of one part of your life and the beginning of the next, but you must take the first step for the next step to truly begin. The decision to enter the portal is always your own. Though I've made it countless times, I can't make the journey for you. I can show you and open the way, but only you can decide to walk through. You may hesitate, worry you are not ready for great change, be uncertain of first or second steps, or wonder what would happen if it is actually the great change that is not ready for you. However, I have opened the portal for you, which means everything you need to make that step is available to you. Otherwise, the door wouldn't be open. The old self trying to frame such an experience may find the possibility miserable and even terrifying, not realizing that at times it must relinquish its hold on what was so as to It must relinquish its hold on what was so as to reconstitute itself and reemerge in a fresh new way, blinking into the light of possibility and at its wilder, more robust shape. Surrender all that keeps you from experiencing your greatest self, for it is this self who brings clarity while widening focus so you don't miss the opening you were meant to find and walk through. This self is archetypal, which means that it is formidable enough to show you can't make this journey and remain unchanged. Therefore, it is wise to be prepared and to invite your trusted gatekeeper along for the ride. Practice adjusting the lens on your perceptual camera, using your horse vision to widen your view to scan the horizon for the most desirable possibilities. Then focus in on the doorways you need to open and pass through to step into that new reality. Okay, we have one more deck. Really good positive messages and messages from the fairies. So Libra, what are the messages for Libra today from the fairies? Oh. Okay. It's a fairy in a nest, and she's talking what looks like a robin, a bird that's a robin, I think, or a wren. As you surrender the need to control, it says let go. As you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. The fairies and the entire universe understand your desires and needs, and they've been trying to bring them to you. You can help your prayers to be answered by letting go of the need to control the details or know the future outcome of this situation. The more you can relax and trust, the faster everything will resolve in a positive fashion. The universe's plans and standards for you exceed your own, so it's best to lean upon this divine wisdom and allow it to unfold in a perfect way. If you need to experiment with letting go, you can always take back control. However, the fairies are sure that you'll like the results of releasing and will adopt it as a healthy new lifestyle. Additional meanings for this card. You have nothing to worry about as everything is working out for the best. Maintain a positive outlook to attract a positive outcome. Attend 12-step meetings such as Alcoholics Anonymous to get help with an addiction. Spend time outdoors to reconnect with God. Have faith. When learning a new skill, trust your body's innate abilities. Instead of overanalyzing a situation, listen to your heart. That's beautiful. Well, Libra, we're heading towards the end of the year of 2025 to embark upon the new journey of 2026. It's going to be a great year. 2026 is a 10 or a 1 year, signifying new beginnings. So I wish you well. May peace find you and your loved ones. And until next time we meet again, take care.